So there were some changes since yesterday's 10,000 affirmation challenge. First of all, it was so incredible seeing some of you guys there. Thank you for supporting me. That was pretty cool. I can't believe that so many people showed up to participate. It was really wild. I had a couple people saying they were literally going to do the challenge themselves because they enjoyed it so much. So thank you for being there. Yeah, I did 10,000 affirmations. I said, isn't it wonderful? Everything in my life is so perfect. So I said each of those things 5,000 times. So anyway, it was pretty incredible. I actually got, within like the first few minutes, I already got movement. I had somebody, I was networking with somebody and they missed something in one of my emails and they went back and made it easy for me. They were like, oh, I didn't know you messaged me about this part. I'm going to take care of that for you. So that was easy. I didn't even have to lift a finger to get what I needed. I was just affirming and they messaged me and said, don't worry, I'm going to take care of that. Then I felt like I had a money breakthrough. I actually received 2 donations from really beautiful people that I was able to get a couple groceries today. So I'm really so thankful. I didn't even have food. So that was incredible. Thirdly, I actually had a friend come back from a couple months ago. While I was doing the stream, he showed up on my channel from a couple months ago. I don't think that we're going to be friends much because his vibration just isn't where mine is. But it was still pretty cool to witness that he must have been feeling it. You know, people must be feeling it. And so, yeah, that's basically all I've noticed while I was doing the affirmations. When I got off the live stream, though, I had the hardest time going to bed. I thought for sure it would be easy peasy to go to sleep. But it's like I kept feeling energetically, I kept feeling everybody's worry, everybody's fear that they were losing me because I had vibrationally raised my vibration so much. It's like people couldn't find me anymore. So a couple people that I've been talking to that I'm outgrowing, it was like I could feel their energy and I literally had to boot them out of my energy repeatedly. So it took, I did not even get to bed till almost like 5 a.m. It was crazy. I wanted to, I was freaking exhausted, but I just couldn't sleep. So yeah, I'm very sensitive to people's energies if they're around me. And that happened to be one that I was really, I was really feeling. One thing that was really cool too during the stream was how quickly I could see abundance, like not just money, but I'm talking about like people being kind to me in my imagination, scenarios in my imagination only that were starting to feel like this is not only natural, but it's inevitable. Like I am going to win. There is no losing. It started to be like a self-fulfilling prophecy almost. Like I cannot lose. What is there to lose? This is my reality. This is my world. I will never lose. There will never be a loss. And to really know that though, not just, oh, I win, slay queen, but like to know you really have this game rigged in your favor. Your higher self is already taking the reins and you're winning at life. You can't lose. What is there to lose? It's your own video game. It's your own simulation. So I started to, while I was doing those 10,000 reps, I started to feel like it's literally inevitable. I'm going to receive something big. I don't know what it is, but it's some sort of breakthrough. It's some sort of gift. It's some sort of blessing. It's something. And I needed to do that challenge because my mindset was stuck in the gutter about my rent. Because, again, everything I had, I spent to get this place for 1 month. And once again, it's like I'm struggling with rent, right? So facing homelessness again, all that, yada, yada. God, it's such a fucking worn out cycle. But it's the mindset of homelessness. It's the mindset that it can still happen. See, the problem is me, that I still have that mindset that the universe will not supply, you know? And so I needed to fucking fix my mindset. It's not anybody else. It's not my bank account's problem. It's not the world's problem. It's not currency's problem. It's my issue that I seem to think the universe will not bless me when I've seen so continually that it always does. So it was like, while I was doing those repetitions, I was noticing just how easy it was for me to believe that truly I will be taken care of some way or somehow. And it was beautiful. It really was so beautiful. I will say though, by the half point, by 5,000 reps, I kind of stopped believing it. I mean, I stopped affirming in a way that was like convincing. I had been at first saying it with such like energy, high energy and hopefulness, and isn't it amazing? Everything in my life is literally so perfect. Like I was really drilling it home like that in the first 5,000. After that, I got fucking beat. I'm tired. I don't want to say it anymore. I was just like, it was just literally robotic on autopilot. There was I did not have any like belief in it. It was literally just me reciting over and over to my brain. That's it. I didn't care anymore. It was like the last half of that whole session was just, I just need to get this over with. Like, so there was zero belief in it. I wasn't even visualizing anymore. I wasn't even seeing it in my imagination like I had been. So it was like the perfect exercise to see, does your subconscious really just hear your words? And does it just soak it up like a sponge? Because I didn't mean any of it. Like, I didn't believe any of it. I just robotically affirmed. It's not that I didn't mean it. I did mean it. I just don't believe my words that are coming out of my mouth when I say that. Like, my life is not perfect. Well, now it is. My life is perfect. See, now I can catch myself easier because I've just drilled it in my brain that, wait a minute, no, it is perfect. My life literally is perfect. No matter what my address is, no matter how much debt I have, no matter if I have food or not, no matter if I'm single or broken up with, it doesn't matter. I'm always having a perfect life. And that was the whole goal. The whole goal was for me to be more positive and optimistic. So I found it so freeing that I was going out with a bang. I'd say the last 1,000 reps that I did, everybody was cheering me on and they were like, you got it, let's go, let's go. And it was so crazy because I really felt like motivated by my own self, having gone that long. I was just like, you know what, fuck this. I did 11 hours. That whole stream was 11 hours long. And I did nothing but affirm. And, well, I guess we danced a couple times and we did sing and we had fun and we listened to music and stuff too. Like, we had breaks, but overall, 11 hours straight of affirming. And what's so crazy is I had a dream last night that 2 birds showed up. And normally when 2 birds show up in my life, those are ancestors. So it was kind of incredible. They showed up right on my lap. There was this bird that I was watching and I said, come here, little guy. And it literally did in the dream. It showed up right on my lap. And I remember in the dream, I was like, oh my God, nobody's going to believe me. Can I take a photo of us? And I went to go take a picture. And then I woke up from the dream with my alarm. So I don't even know like what that dream was about, but I really do believe that things are about to increase. One other thing, I had a revelation last night. I did cry last night. So I had a breakthrough, especially when it comes to money. Okay, so when you're homeless, one of the things that you continually believe is that there's only this right now. Like, there's only this present moment, right? I'm always struggling. I hope I have just enough money to pay my rent. I hope I get just enough right now to pay my car insurance. Or I hope to get this, or I hope I get that. And it's like, it's so hard for people that have been in that situation to look further into the future and realize that you're always manifesting and there will always be a future. Like, it's not, your life is not over in a few days. And I know that sounds duh, but from people who have been on the street and they've been worried about every single day, like, will I even be able to afford food? You know, it gets to the point where you're just always living for tomorrow, you know? But one thing I realized in a breakthrough last night was, oh my God, I'm not even affirming that I always make money. I'm affirming that I always struggle with money, or like I'll always have it last second. But it's like, I don't go into the future and say I consistently have money, and I don't think of a long-term plan. It's like I only think of, I hope I'm okay today. I hope I can buy groceries today. I hope I can pay my phone bill tomorrow. Like it's such a fight or flight mode that I don't think people even understand they're in. Okay? It's coming from a place of fear, but normalcy. It's been so normal, especially in America, for people to be like, last minute, oh my God, I hope I can pay my car insurance. Will I even make it to work? I need more gas in my car. And we don't know how to proactively affirm for 2 or 3 weeks out, or 2 or 3 months from now, or a year from now, like the house that I'm going to buy, and all the 401k I can invest into, and the stocks and the bonds and this and this. It's like, we don't plan for that. We don't speak like that after we've been knocked down to rock bottom so long. And I want to obviously get out of homelessness. I've been homeless 2.5 years. I have everything I own in 2 duffel bags. It's like, I don't want to just have a couple tarot decks and a few pairs of pants to my name. I really want like a house, a home, a white picket fence, even a couple puppies, like a husband, a fermentation station in my kitchen. I want to be able to have like expensive cookware and like all those fancy things that you normally get at a house, I want the stability and the safety of an actual home, but a home is not just a building. See, that's why I decided to divorce my husband in 2019. I was like, this is a house, not a home. I want to go learn what makes me stable in my own body, in my own mind. I don't want to take away from my experience in this world by relying on a man. I want to rely on me and God within me. That is all I want to rely on. And I'm so glad I did it. But it did lead me down to being in a shelter and living in my car and crashing on couches and stuff. So, I mean, I was okay with it though. I was never going back to the past. I never wanted to go back to my husband, though it was very financially sound and we had everything. I mean, you name it, we could go anywhere, have vacations, we had money, like it was no big deal. But to be alone in this world, really only on the fulfillment of God's promise for you, which is your own promise for you, which is your own intuition and your own imagination, it gets to be a little daunting and a little scary when you realize that you are God and there is no other outside of you. So now it's your decision. Now it is your turn to step up and be the author of your life. And yesterday with those 10,000 affirmations, it's like I really did take back my power. And people really started to feel it. I could tell people were not happy. I had pretty much ascended. Me and a group of people that were there the whole time. We were just having fun, dancing, singing. Like we made it a really good time. And we were just, all that we were talking about was positive shit. And so we just ascended right in front of everybody that at one time felt entitled to us. Like that friend of mine that came in, like he used to feel so entitled to my good name, like my reputation and my status and my energy and my healing and my intuition. And it's just insane that people like that who've never given a damn thing to me ever would suddenly waltz into my life and be like, oh, hey, by the way, remember me? No, I really don't. And another thing is, it's kind of like when Jesus in the Bible says, depart from me, you worker of iniquity, I never knew you. I'm about to see a lot of people that felt entitled to me and I never knew them. They made themselves scarce. Like they never really showed themselves. I didn't know who they were. Not really. I might have known their name. I might know their zodiac sign, but it's like, I don't know you. You haven't allowed God to know you. You didn't let yourself know you. You didn't let me know you authentically. So I don't want you in my life. And I started realizing that when I guess he showed up, it was very strange. It was like he manifested right in front of my face. It was like I was forced to say, like, we're getting closure, kind of, because I used to really like you. I used to fuck with you. I used to think that, like, we were very compatible at one time, but I don't anymore. And it started to feel awkward. Everybody in there felt the vibes. Like, it was very off. It was off. And then even after he left, there was still this remnant, this residual feeling of, like, darkness, heaviness. Like, I don't know. I was just like, oh God, I don't want to be around that person anymore. And so it's not like, he's a bad guy. Not at all in the slightest. See, that's the thing. Like, he's not a bad guy at all. It's just we're energetically different now. And it only took one day. And I think that's what, the Bible also is talking about in the blink of an eye. When you just, God raptures his people. That's exactly what happened yesterday. It's like I was raptured energetically. And so it worked. I have a way better mindset about tomorrow and the next day and the next day. I'm thinking so much further out than just a week from now, or like, oh my gosh, will I be able to pay my phone bill tomorrow? Now it's like, when I'm a millionaire, what am I going to do with that money? Like, what kind of house will I buy? And what car will I drive? And it's just different. It's just different. And they were just blanket statements. I didn't even really affirm for money or finances. It was just everything in my life is perfect. And it would be assumed that anything that is problematic in my life is going to easily be resolved. And I accidentally fell and I put all my body weight into this closet door in my bedroom. Oh, and so I busted the bottom part of it. So now it needs a brand new door. And I was like, God damn it. Like, that's going to come out of my my security deposit. So then I'd worried about that for several days now. And it was so crazy because as soon as I was affirming everything in my life is so perfect, everything in my life is so perfect, one of my friends came in and was like, don't worry, honey. Somehow, some way that is going to get fixed. We will take care of that. And it was just so reassuring. It was like that person was channeling the Holy Spirit. And God was like, that's not a worry. If you have a perfect life, Jenna, why would you be worried about that? Right? And he was just so sweet. He's like, don't worry, honey, that's going to be taken care of. One way or another, we will figure that out. And it was really sweet. And I just started learning that people are incredibly sweet and insanely generous. When you finally get rid of and dump all the people that were taking advantage of you, people that do not really actually want to give back to you at all. They've already deemed you unworthy. Like, there's this one guy that I really, really like, and I've been talking to like about the last week or so just to get to know, like, we're just friends. But it's so crazy how he has deemed so many people unworthy of his generosity that he's become a miser, super stingy, really greedy, and even saying it with his chest, like, oh, I'll never give to anybody again. And yeah, right. And everybody's liars and this and this. And I'm just thinking, bro, if you only knew how equal energy exchange works and you got to give and receive, like it's a balance. And I'm thinking to myself, you've already written off everybody as unworthy, but the Holy Spirit brings people into your life that are worthy so that you can give, so that you can receive. You're blessed when you give. You're blessed when you give. But too many of us meet people that are unworthy of giving because they do not believe they are worthy. You understand? They'll do stupid shit with it. They'll hurt themselves with it, or they'll hurt other people with your blessing. And so we just rewrite it off, and we're like, oh yeah, I'm never going to give again because I'll never meet anybody worthy. But it's like, hello. God is bringing in the right ones for you to bless. And if you bless somebody, you receive blessings. If you curse someone, you receive curses. Like, it's just obvious to me now that some people have just written off humans. Like, we've just written off humanity. And there's such stingy, greedy people out there that now that I'm seeing it and removing them from my energy and blocking them and telling God to block them from my life, I'm even telling God, please just let them not even telepathically talk to me anymore. Take away the urge for me to talk to these people. Because it's like, ugh, I don't care. Like, fuck off. I don't care. And God is really doing that, shutting down all of those avenues for people to reach me. And it's just becoming like a sour taste in my mouth. Like, I don't want greedy people in my life anymore. And the more I'm blocking those types of people, the more generosity I'm receiving from others. Because one thing about really, really wealthy people that I want to associate with, because I want to learn how to stay wealthy, right? The one thing that they are so good at is not giving to everybody. The cool thing about rich people is they stay rich by only giving to those that are worthy, that they deem worthy. Not everybody is supposed to receive your energy. Not everybody is supposed to receive your money. Not everybody is supposed to receive your compliments even. Because sometimes, honey, people will take a compliment as flirting and they will like end up stalking your ass. So I have learned not to give energy to just everybody anymore. I have to give it to the ones that want it. I have to give it to the ones that deserve it. And that is how I stay blessed. And so I've been noticing that's how rich people stay rich. They have so much energy to keep to themselves because they only give it to those that are worthy of having it. Everybody else who would abuse it, they don't get to have it. You know, they got to go find their own. And I know that it sounds really like cutthroat, but that's exactly how it is in the real world. So rich people stay rich by not giving to everybody. And that's the same with my energy. I have to stay abundant in my own energy by not giving to everybody because energy is currency. Your aura is currency. Your vibe is money in this new world. You know, like your energy, you are literally rich if you're rich in spirit. Even if you're not rich in your bank account. If you're rich in spirit, you are doing so much better than most people. So I had to go learn that not everybody deserves my energy. And so I'd been matched recently with this guy. The universe seemed to think that, he was a good match for me at one point. And he's just turned into such a miser. It's such a like, oh my God, I'm never going to give to anybody. How dare anybody even mess with me? I'm going to close up shop to everybody, including you, everybody. And I'm just thinking, bro, I've been so fucking generous and I continue to be. So I'm going to just see myself out. If I'm giving to you and you don't give to me, that's a big red flag and I'm done. Like I deserve more. I'm worthy of more. So that's what yesterday did. 10,000 affirmations. That was incredible. I want to do another affirmation challenge like that soon. I don't know about 10,000 though, girl. That is a fucking exhausting endeavor. But yeah, it was good. It was good. I made some new friends. Oh my God. First of all, I argued with somebody the day before and she turned out to be like a best friend of mine the next day. She came in, she's like, hey girl, are you ready? Let's be besties. And then I was like, really? And then we actually hit it off and we became really good friends. And she was very supportive and she encouraged me to keep going. She was there like the whole time just saying like, keep going. You've got this. You've got this. So I don't even know why the fuck we fought the first day. I have no idea. But anyway, and then I met another girl. Her name is, what was it? Cannabis Goddess, I think her name is. I'm like, fuck yes. Yes. Yes, Lord, yes. And then she's from Colorado. And I was like, bitch, yes. I was like, I want to go to Colorado. Like that, I've been wanting to go to Colorado. It's not really too far. It would only take a car rental for like a half a day. So I know I'd be able to do it. I'm waiting for the universe to move around some pieces for me to do it in the physical world. But again, the coolest thing about my mindset now is all I have to do is imagine being in Colorado and that shit, it's over. It's over. The universe has no choice but to conform to what I want. So guys, the 10,000 affirmation challenge, it is what it is. It was hard. It was grueling. It was mentally exhausting. But I'll tell you what, I'm really glad I did it. It changed everything. So we're gonna try that again soon. So I love you and I'll let you know as updates come in, okay? All right, guys, have a good one. Bye-bye.